So you've heard me tell you over and over that paid search doesn't work in retail auto. So what I'm going to do is help you, Mr. Dealer, and by the way, any of you marketing managers that work for the top 10 or 15 large SEM agencies out there in automotive retail, you can follow along too. You can do this for any number of your clients. You probably may not want to do it while you're sitting there in your cubicle with your manager walking around behind you. But if you have any inclination at all about whether or not paid search works in retail, or if you have any inclination to genuinely help the dealers you serve, you may want to follow along too. So, Mr. Dealer, hopefully you have login access to your Google Analytics. Hopefully you don't have to call your marketing director, your agency, or your internet director to get you into Google Analytics. Hopefully you have access. If you don't have login and access, just pause this now and make sure you get login access to your own account on your own desktop. When you log in, you're going to basically see, or actually right above here is the dealership name. You're going to see Google Analytics, yada, yada, yada. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to click on Audience, right? So today what we're going to do is I want you to click on Audience. And then I want you to do this. I want you to click on Overview, right? Pretty simple stuff, right? We're not going to go too much in depth. And then what I want you to do is I want you to change this date range, okay? I want you to change this date range and just go from whatever today's date is. Notice that this is just yesterday, right? And I want you to change this number right here and change that 9 to a 7. Just want you to go to a 2-year look back. I'm going to show you something really interesting. Now, before you hit this apply button, pause for a second and think over the last 2 years, how many times have you either raised or lowered your ad budget in terms of paid search? How many times have you changed vendors in terms of wanting a better result in paid search? Think about that. Write it down. Which month did you make a change? Which month did you increase budget? Which month did you decrease budget? Did you be able to, some of this stuff will really come to view in a very specific, singular way for you when you do that. Now what I want you to do is I want you to hit apply. Google's going to go think and take a look at all the traffic. And there it is. There's all your users over the course of what have you, right? Over the hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, what have you. In this case, it's daily. And here is a situation where there's this big gap, a couple of days where the dealer had his website was down. So you can sort of ignore that anomaly. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to click right here where it says Add Segment. Click on that. You're going to get this drop down. I want you to uncheck all users for the moment. Then I want you to check direct traffic. These are people, by the way, who type in www.yourdealership.name right there, choosing to come to your store on their own volition specifically. I want you to click on organic traffic. These are the people that get to you via a search engine organically, meaning, for example, Google, that surfaces up your dealership because someone had a search term and your website was the most relevant organically, or had some relevancy organically, and the visitor clicked on it. And then I want you to click on this one, paid traffic. This is the one where you give your paid vendor, SEM vendor, all of that money to supposedly drive more traffic for your store. Oh, not to mention, of course, the management fee that's anywhere from $500 to $4,000, depending on who you're doing business with. Anyway, then I want you to hit apply, right? So you're going to hit apply, and wow, check that out. Look at that. You can see that orange line. This is users, organic, so you can see all your organic users. You had some drop in here in organic users, but toward the end here, we're going to talk about that in a minute. These users are your direct. The blue ones are all your direct. That seems to be fairly consistent. Obviously, you got little spikes here and there, but that's fairly consistent. And then you got users, these paid traffic users, and you can see this green line here hovering all pretty. Oh, well, look, it starts to go up here. It's going up, going. And look at the same time, organic's coming down. How is it possible that my paid search goes up, my organic traffic goes down? Could it be that Google agrees with Ron Morrison that paid search cannibalizes organic traffic? Wow. Well, let's take another close look. Existing users, blue line, fairly consistent. Organic, fairly consistent, but toward the bottom here, toward the end, you can see it sort of drop down a little bit. Again, skip that anomaly, but you can see it starting to trend down. And then over here, you can see it trending up. So as my paid search increases, my organic traffic either stays the same or actually decreases a little bit. Let's see, you know what? Actually, if this is working, if this paid search is increasing, naturally my overall users should be increasing too, right? I mean, that's what I'm paying for. I'm not giving them money to go throw lavish parties and have great dances and all kinds of stuff. I'm paying them to grow my traffic. So let's bring in all users. So come back up here, click all users, and let's go add all users to this picture and say, Google, show me what the trend has been for the last 2 years for all. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. This purple line, let's see, all users purple line. This purple line seems to be staying relatively the same. I don't see any massive increases in, So I can see my paid search go up, my organic traffic went down, but my overall user sessions relatively stayed the same. Why is that? I'll tell you 2 reasons. First of all, paid search simply cannibalizes your organic traffic. What I mean by that is people use their expediency device. Do you know what an expediency device is? It's probably sitting on your desk or in your hand. It's called a mobile phone. They use that expediency device to go to what's called an expediency website. If you've not seen an expediency website, you can find one. It's called Google or Yahoo or Bing. They go forth there, particularly for automotive retail, for the sake of expediency. They want to find something relatively quickly. If paid search worked in terms of bringing in new visitors, you would begin to see a dramatic increase in overall visitors, right? In other words, paid search is bringing you visitors that you would not have or had not had organically. In this case, that's not the truth. I'm going to show you a line right here. See this line right there, Thursday, March 8th. See anything different from that point forward? I'll tell you what happened on that day. That day in 2018, this dealer dropped his paid search budget from $36,000 to $20,000. See anything different happen? Other than the paid search drop dramatically? But did you see organic drop? Nope. You see overall users drop? Nope. So this is just one of, 16 different ways I'm going to prove to you that you don't need to spend a single penny in paid search. And the reason is it works beautifully. Paid search works wonders. If you own a pizza shop or a florist shop or a muffler shop or a massage parlor. But if you happen to be a franchise retail dealer where visitors are going to visit you whether you like it or not, and the only thing you do is put a green and blue ad unit in place of where an orange or normal ad, or an organic ad unit would happen, all you're going to do is cannibalize traffic that was going to come to you for free anyway. Got it? Now, there are a lot of SEM vendors out there that are incensed that I'm sharing this with you. But this is for your benefit, Mr. Dealer, not theirs. But they're incensed that I'm sharing this with you, and I'll tell you what, I challenge them to explain it differently. Have a spectacular day. Paid search does not work in retail auto.